Good Friday morning, friends. I had a early morning appointment, so on my way back, I decided to stop in Colossae for a late morning breakfast, and there I joined some of the good folks at First Church Colossae, rereading a letter that they had received um, that had gone through Paul and ended up with them. Quite interesting part of this letter to hear reading in the season in which we find ourselves and all that we find ourselves reading online, hearing about in the news, all the conversations that we hear and discussions about character and whatnot. Let's listen in as this is shared by one of the leaders of the church there. So if you're serious about living this new resurrection life in Christ, act like it. Pursue the things over which Christ presides. And that means killing off everything connected with that way of death. Sexual promiscuity, impurity, lust, doing whatever you feel like, whenever you feel like it, and grabbing whatever attracts your fancy. That's a life shaped by things and feelings instead of by God. Don't lie to one another. You're done with that old life. It's like a filthy set of ill-fitting clothes you've stripped off and put in the fire. Now you're dressed in a new wardrobe. Every item of your new way of life is custom made by the Creator with His label on it. All the old fashions are now obsolete. Words like Jewish and non-Jewish, religious and irreligious, insider and outsider, uncivilized and uncouth, slave and free mean nothing. From now on, everyone is defined by Christ. Everyone is included in Christ. So, chosen by God for this new life of love, dress in the wardrobe God picked out for you. Compassion, kindness, humility, quiet strength, discipline. Be even-tempered, content with second place. Quick to forgive an offense. Forgive as completely as the Master forgave you. And regardless of what else you put on, wear love. It's your basic, all-purpose garment. Never be without it. Let the peace of Christ keep you in tune with each other, in step with each other. None of this going off and doing your own thing, and cultivate thankfulness. This is from Colossians 3, Eugene Peterson's The Message. My goodness! My friends, how does this understanding of what it means to be saved, to be baptized, to be in a right relationship with God, line up with your understanding? Indeed, Paul challenges my understanding. Paul challenges the cop-out excuses. God knows I'm only human. Or how about this one? The devil made me do it. Or how about this one? That sort of unrealistic idealism won't work in today's world. Or how about this one? Well, that is the Message translation. I only believe what the King James says. Or how about, well, that's Paul's opinion. God realized what we are dealing with today. Well, friends, maybe it matters who we listen to. What or whose broadcasts, rhetoric, what tunes spouted toward others tickle our fancy? What tunes spouted by what leaders or commentators or preachers cause us to cheer and or direct our decisions, form our worldview, even our understanding of a Christian worldview. Bottom line, what do you accept as acceptable because it protects your rights and or supports your agenda, your feelings, your wishes of how things ought to be in America, in the world, how things ought to be even with God? Let's listen in once again as the pastor here gathered with us at this late breakfast in Colossae rereads a section of this letter to the good folks at First Church Colossae. Let the peace of Christ, let the peace of Christ keep you in tune with each other, in step with each other. None of this going off and doing your own thing. And cultivate thankfulness. Let the word of Christ, the message, have the run of your house. Give it plenty of room in your lives. Instruct and direct one another using common sense. And sing. Sing your hearts out to God. Let every detail in your lives, words, actions, whatever, be done in the name of the Master Jesus, thanking God the Father every step of the way. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer.